Steel Panther fucking rocks, bro. Um, I had a couple of questions from a few people about why do I keep putting other videos up on my YouTube channel. The YouTube channel Helferstay, that's the only one I have right now. That's just all me. You know, everything I love, what is me, is going to be up on that video. It's not just a shoe channel. It's a Helferstay channel. Helferstay. So whether it's, you know, the crazy cracker stuff that most of it's just me and my friends hanging out, just goofing off and spontaneous goofiness. I've got hours and hours and tons of tapes from videos from since we were, I think my friend Steve got the camcorder when we were about, I want to say 18 maybe when I was. So we've gotten, you know, 22 years. I got 22 years of video footage that I haven't looked at in years, you know. And that's what the crazy cracker stuff is. It's just spontaneous stuff of me and my friends goofing off. I also have the metal school show on there, which obviously one of my loves is heavy metal and hard rock music. And so me and a friend and a couple friends, or whoever wants to join in, just, you know, trying to do some entertaining videos about hard rock and heavy metal along the way. And then I got the shoes on there, obviously. So it's just a mixture of everything that's me. I've got a few other ideas I'm playing with in my head. Maybe like a video blog of some sort. And then also I don't know, I had this dream last night of this new, like, the way I think is positive constantly. And my wife's kind of negative. So while I was dreaming, I remembered this dream last night about coming up with a concept. What I titled was Box Thoughts. And I'm going to make a video about that, so you'll see what that is later on. Basically about maybe self-help of how to think positive and not negative. Like I said, I got 1,000 freaking ideas up in this brain. If I had contact with somebody who had contacts, I guess you could say, like, you know, a Gene Simmons or an Eric Bischoff, you know, somebody who had contacts, who works with TV shows and likes creating products. I mean, if I had those contacts, I'd be a freaking billionaire by now. So I'd like to think, just because I got tons of ideas. I mean, I got a notebook full of different ideas. A cartoon called Orphan Heads, you know, where, you know, some of the proceeds are going to orphanages. You know, I mean, I don't know. I just got tons of thoughts up here, which I know I'll probably never see the light of day, but I'm always creating something that has to go with my mind going 1,000 miles an hour all the time. And doing stuff like this kind of slows me down. And actually working my business is something I love doing too. I love music. And working the business and shoes, it's what slows my mind down. It's something I enjoy. I can get lost going music hunting, hunting for something to sell, you know, to collect. Same with the shoes, going out looking for something to buy or something to buy to sell. It's just relaxing. It's and with the business, it is work. It's what I do for a living. But you always hear the statement that if you do what you love, you know, you never work a day in your life. As cliche as that might sound, it is 100% truth. I mean, I cannot stress enough how true that statement is. Because I feel like I have not worked in 10 years. But yet, you know, if you looked at the accounts, you know, you would think a little differently. And that's just an understatement of a lifetime. So, man, if you're watching this and you're young and, you know, you're still living at home or whatever the case may be, dude, do find what your love is and just freaking do it. And it's so much easier nowadays. I mean, if we had YouTube and the internet and this, you know, this kind of stuff when I was 13, I know I'd be a millionaire by now. If I could have my freaking iPad, I mean, this thing and my iPhone are what, you know, has made my business 100% more successful. Before these, I had knowledge of what I'm looking for. When you go look for, you know, a collectible CD to resell, say say you go, go to your local record store, you're flipping through your CDs, and that's how I spent most of my days, is looking through CDs. Oh, this CD, they want $8 for it, but I know I can get 80 out of it on eBay. You know, you have your knowledge of what to look for, but then you also took chances. So when we first started the business, we were in a hole hell of a lot. Actually, we're still a little bit in the hole because we dug ourselves in pretty deep, and just by trying to guess on products, and we would maybe buy a lot of product that we paid a little bit too much for by taking a gamble on. There was more losing in our gambling than there was winning, I guess you could say. And then when your iPads and iPhones come along, I take this with me wherever I go. If I see, if I'm going through my store now, record store now, and I'm flipping through and I go, oh, I wonder if this is a collectible CD or not. You plug it in, it is or it ain't. You either buy it or you don't. And it's 100%, 360-degree turnaround difference in how I do my business now. And like I said, if I had this technology when I was 13, 14, I would have been a millionaire by now. There's no doubt in my mind about it. Because, I mean, back then I was working trades like I was nobody. I mean, a friend used to say, what he used to say, just your little cliche saying, like, you could sell ice to Eskimos or whatever. As I was always working a deal. I mean, now that I think back about it, there was this one instance where what did I have? Alright, this guy had the Nintendo 8-bit system when it first came out, for all you gamers out there. And it was the first Nintendo. And I wanted one so bad. I didn't have the money to get one. There was no way I had the money to get one. And he had played it. He had it for maybe 3 or 4 weeks, and he was already tired of it. And I'm just like, dude, I got to get this system from him. Somehow, some way, I got to get the system from him. So I brought it up one day. I said, what do you need to get rid of that system? If I got something for you to trade, what would it take for you to trade me for that system? And he goes, well, there's a set of mag wheels, as they were called back then, mags, right, that I wanted for my bike. And he explained it to me, the colors and whatever. And I'm like, damn. I'm like, well, I've got these, 48 spoked rims. You sure you wouldn't want to trade those for, the Nintendo? He's like, no. So I'm like, damn, what do I do? So I ended up buying a bike frame, a Diamondback bike frame off of this guy for $5, right? Alright, so I took that frame and I found the pair of mag rims, and Diamondback was a big deal back then. And I found a guy with the mag rims, and I offered him to trade the Diamondback frame for those mag rims. So he eventually said yeah, so I gave him the frame, and I got the rims. Took the rims back down. This was over like a week and a half period. And so I got the rims, took them back down to the guy. I'm like, here's your rims, you want a tray? He's like, yep. And I remember, and this is just stuck in my head, that the ride home on my bike, I was riding my bike, and I don't know if you remember the old Nintendo box, the first Nintendo. I mean, it had Gyromite, the robot, everything in there, right? So it was the big box. So I've got this on my handlebars while I'm riding my bike, and I'm just riding back home, just thinking, how the hell did I just turn $5 into, what was it, $250 then, that system? It's like, how did I just turn a $5 bill into this Nintendo system in like a week and a half's time?